Hello friends, this will be my recap of the first season of Dark Desire. But first, let me apologize for my pronunciation throughout the video. Lo siento. Sorry. Alright, let's go. Okay, so the story starts off with Alma Solores, who's married to Leonardo Solores, and they have a daughter by the name of Zoe. Alma, for good reason, believes that her husband, Leonardo, is cheating on her with his assistant, Edith. And when I saw her entrance,
Muy guapa.
yeah, I thought he was too. Anyways, Alma, armed with the assumption that her husband is already cheating on her, and her best friend Brenda urging her on, meets and sleeps with this guy by the name of Dario. And Dario instantly becomes obsessed with Alma, and as it turns out, he's her student. But the same night that Alma and Dario wrestle naked at Brenda's house, Alma's husband Leonardo goes over to Brenda's house and they also wrestle naked. So yeah, he was cheating on her, just not with his assistant, but instead her best friend. Brenda then tells Leonardo that she's been in love with him since before he married Alma. But since Leonardo's an absolute savage, he tells her that he'll never love her and leaves. That's when Brenda says enough is enough and logs out of life. But before she logs out, she leaves a suicide note for Leonardo's brother, Esteban. But here's where everything gets complicated. You see, Esteban hates his brother Leonardo. And that's because Leonardo gets everything and anyone he wants, including his wife Alma, who Esteban is in love with. And it just added fuel to the fire when he found out that his lover Brenda was also in love with his brother Leonardo. So Esteban comes up with a plan to hire Dario to seduce Alma in order to break up her marriage with Leonardo, but Dario actually falls in love with Alma. But when Alma starts to reject him, he then turns to her daughter, Zoe, which then leads to Alma telling Leonardo that she had an affair with Dario, but only after Dario slept with Zoe. You still with me? Good, because when Esteban's plan with Dario fails, he then tries to frame his brother Leonardo for the murder of Brenda, even though Brenda's murder was actually a suicide. But that didn't matter because not only is Esteban the officer on the case, but Leonardo barely remembers what happened that night, and after confessing to his wife about cheating on her with her best friend, feels guilty and tries to take the blame for the murder of Brenda, but he was saved when Brenda's suicide note was recovered. And that leads the police to turn on Esteban, who goes on the run. And speaking of running, Dario finds out that he's an heir to a fortune that Esteban has been hunting down. With a little bit of money, Dario convinces Esteban to help him disappear, and they do so by killing the Godfather and faking Dario's death. The season ends with Alma's marriage breaking down, and Dario claiming to be the new boss as him and Esteban continue to work together. And yeah, I hope I covered everything, but if you have a question, be sure to leave a comment. That's it. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you liked that video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe. Adios!